What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're doing a map video here of Conroe, Texas. This is my hometown, and I promise you, I can tell you everything you possibly need to know about Conroe. So today we're going to show you where Conroe is located in proximity to things like Lake Conroe, downtown Houston, the International Airport in Houston, as well as taking a quick day trip down to Galveston. So we're going to get straight into it right now. I've got my map pulled up right here, and as you can see on the map, we've got Conroe, Texas that we're focusing on today. Now, I am born and raised here in Conroe, so while I've lived in the Houston area my whole life, Conroe really is my bread and butter, so I can tell you everything you need to know about Conroe. Fun fact about Conroe, it was recently ranked the fastest growing town in the entire country, which is mind-blowing because it was a sleepy little town growing up, and now it is absolutely booming. And so there's a lot of factors that play into that. We talk about that more in our vlog. But for today's video, we're just going to show you things around Conroe, its proximity to Houston. So let's start with that. So as you can see right here as we zoom out, so this red marked area right here is the Conroe area. So it is located right on I-45. I-45 bisects right through Conroe, and it's about 41 miles north of Houston. So let's do some directions real quick. Let's just say we're going to downtown Houston. So you're looking at about a 43 minute drive with no traffic. If you add traffic, it can be about an hour, but as you see here, you've got two different options. You've got the I-45 and then you have the tollway. And so if you are commuting into Houston, I would say Conroe is still a doable commute. It's not ideal. Nobody wants to be in the car 2 hours a day going to and from work, but as far as what you can get for your money in Conroe, if you're used to a commute or you don't mind it or you just want to throw on a podcast, Conroe is still a very doable suburb. So one other thing to note too is if you travel a lot, Conroe is a great place to live for its proximity to the airport. So let's just show you real quick. Let's go to Bush Intercontinental Airport and let's flip this around. You're looking at about a 35-minute drive. That's really not that bad. Traffic to and from the airport usually doesn't get too bad because you're kind of staying out of the Houston area, and so you can take the tollway and it's a straight shot to the airport. So if you work remotely, Conroe is a great place to live. It's got tons to offer. You don't have to get stuck in all that Houston traffic. And I-45, as it runs north and you get back up here into Conroe, it's actually 5 lanes all the way up to Conroe. And so there's an HOV lane that runs and it stops actually right here at the South Loop. And so let's check out Conroe. Let's see what Conroe has to offer. So Conroe is, it's located in kind of the piney woods, so it is still a southeast Texas town, but it's kind of at the crossroads of two different types of geography. So as you head out west, out this way towards Montgomery, you start to get rolling hills, you get a lot of hardwoods, and then as you head up north, you're actually in the Sam Houston National Forest up here, which is a pine forest. And so it really is a really pretty place to live. And so, yeah, like I said, there's two really cool geographies going on here in the area. So as you can see, Conroe really is its own town, and you can see that because it's got a loop around it. So as opposed to a lot of the other suburbs here in the Houston area, like if you look over here, you can see that Katy and Cypress and Tomball and even the Woodlands, they all they're just compressed, and it's kind of never ending as you go all the way to downtown. Conroe really is your first stop as you head north of Houston. It really feels like its own town because it is. So Conroe doesn't exist because Houston exists. Like a lot of the other suburbs exist only because of Houston. Conroe's been here since the 1800s, and it really is its own community. So population's right around 100,000 people now. It's actually doubled since 2000. So it's blowing up. There's a ton of new development here, and so there is a lot of commercial development going on here. We've got a lot of cool new restaurants coming in. You've got Torchy's Tacos, you've got Summer Moon Coffee. Those are both spots that originated out of Austin that are coming to Conroe. And so if they're coming to Conroe, there's obviously something going on here. You got Dick's Sporting Goods. So you really don't have to leave Conroe and go down to Houston for shopping, anything like that. At this point, Conroe really has it all. you have a really cool downtown area here in Conroe. So it's very much a small town Texas square. So this is an example of one of the restaurants on the square, but it's a really cool area. The downtown area comes to life at nighttime. Once a month, they've got it's called a sip and shop. So you grab some wine, all the stores are open, they've got live music at the bars, and you can just bounce around. So see, look at this, Red Brick Tavern, great restaurant here in Conroe, but it's got that Texas feel to it. It's rustic, and Conroe's a really welcoming environment. We talk about it in these other videos, but if you're looking for higher end dining experiences, you're gonna have to go to the Woodlands for that. This is a good example of what you're gonna get here in Conroe. This is Pacific Yard House, and it's a really cool venue. They've got live music, really good food, an outdoor area to eat, and it's right here in downtown Conroe. But it's down to earth, and that's one thing that I love about Conroe, being from here, is it's not pretentious. It's just a nice family-oriented town to live in. And so if you do want to go and hit up some of those higher end restaurants, you'll see here that the Woodlands is really just a very short drive away. In fact, it's not even 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes from downtown Conroe. A lot of the neighborhoods that you live in, you're about 10 minutes on the freeway to the Woodlands. And so anything that Conroe doesn't have to offer, you're 10 minutes away from here in the Woodlands. You've got 4 world-class hospitals right here in the Woodlands that are all satellite campuses of some of the major hospitals that are down in the medical center. And if you don't know, Houston has the largest medical center in the entire world. So it's a great place to live for healthcare. So if you work in healthcare or you're needing medical treatment, Conroe is not a bad option for living. And so anyways, as you see, there is a loop around Conroe, Loop 336. And then as you head out west, let's pull that up really quick. Pull up Lake Conroe. So as you head out west, you've got Lake Conroe. And one thing that's unique about Conroe is it has a lake. So if you zoom out, there's only 3 lakes around the entire Houston area. There's Lake Houston, which in my opinion, it's just not as clean. It's not as nice as Lake Conroe. Then you've got Conroe, and then if you head up here more northeast, you've got Lake Livingston. And Lake Livingston is a really cool, really big lake. It's boatable, but it's kind of way out in the middle of nowhere. I've actually sold homes on the lake. In fact, I sold the most expensive home on record to date on Lake Livingston. It was a gorgeous home, but it's a unique buyer for that particular market. You're not in the middle of civilization. It's either a great weekend home out there, or you just want to live out there and you want some peace and quiet. But Conroe, you've got accessibility to Lake Conroe, and then you also have tons of cool shopping, and it's just a great place to live. And so the lake is bisected by the 1097 bridge right here where you see this red marker. So the whole south side of the lake is bulkheaded. There's tons of boating during the summer. The lake's super packed. People are out here from all over Houston or all over Texas boating, hanging out, but there's condos that are on the water. You've got restaurants on the water. You've got single family homes on the water. And so it really is a really pretty lake. And so awesome sunset. There we go. So anyways, that's Lake Conroe. There are some cool dining places on Lake Conroe that I think you need to know about if you're going to be here. So Fajita Jack's is one of them. It's a Mexican food restaurant right on the lake, but you can just pull your boat up, eat here, dock, and then just head right back on out. They've also got Akashi and a couple other restaurants over here, which is like sushi. So there is dining in Conroe, but like I said, it's a little bit more low-key, laid-back feel. If you're looking for some crawfish, tons of awesome crawfish places here as the warmer weather comes around. But yeah, if you want some fancier, higher-end restaurants, Perry's Steakhouse, stuff like that, you're going to just need to hop in the car and head to the Woodlands. As far as affordability goes, there's a really wide range of housing options and price options here in the Conroe area. Historically, and this is a big generalization, but it's accurate. I'm from here. I-45 kind of divides Conroe, and it divides the east side from the west side. The west side tends to be more expensive. As you head east, land is less expensive, housing is less expensive. That being said, there are a lot of new developments popping up over here on the South Loop that are providing really affordable, brand new housing for people in that $250,000 to $350,000 range. And then you've got other neighborhoods here in Conroe, like Grand Central Park, which we've got a video on. Highly recommend checking it out if you're looking at the Conroe area. In my opinion, it's the best neighborhood. I'm biased, but it's right over here where Camp Strake, the old Boy Scout camp, used to be. And so what's cool about this location is you've got a price range ranging from $300,000, and they're about to start building $1 million homes out here. So it's a really wide range. You can really find something for everybody here in Conroe. Yeah, I would say Conroe's got some of the best housing options. The Woodlands is completely built out. They're not building any new homes in the Woodlands anymore. So you're gonna have to settle for like an older resale home. Whereas Conroe, you can buy an awesome, brand new, massive home for a fraction of the price as some of the other places that you might be living, like California or New York. You will be blown away what you can get here for $500,000, and really blown away with what you can get here for $1 million. So prices here are going up, but the cost of living here in Conroe, Texas is about 7% below the national average. And here in Texas, if you don't know this, we have no state income tax. So you're gonna get to keep more of your hard-earned money, and cost of living is lower. So you really can't beat it. I've traveled around. I love California. I love New York. Really cool places to visit. But when it comes to living and working, Conroe's a great place to raise a family. Highly recommend it. You also have tons of golf courses around here. There's other things to do. You've got breweries. So we feature some of the breweries in our other videos. But you've got 4 main breweries here in Conroe. So check out our pros and cons of Conroe video. We are posted up here at Fast Brewery. It's a really cool German-style brewery that's new to the area. As you head out towards the lake, you've got B52. We also shot our vlog of Conroe out here. And it's a really cool kind of rustic outdoor space. Hang out with the family on the weekends when it's pretty out. Have some beers, and enjoy some pop-up restaurants that come out and visit there. And then you've got Southern Star Brewery, which is probably the biggest brewery here as far as national distribution. I've seen their beers whenever I've been traveling to other states. And it's also a venue. My sister actually got married here. So really fun place. They got car shows, pop-ups, things to do out here at Southern Star. So you don't have to go into Houston to find something fun to do here in Conroe. Conroe also has its own regional airport out over here, and then it also has the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. So as you can see here, we have our own rodeo every year. So even though the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is going on and it's awesome, and I definitely recommend doing it, especially if you want that authentic Texas experience, Conroe's got its own. And so you've got your own rodeo out here. So they also have a cook-off, which is really big here in Conroe. We talk about that in the Conroe vlog. So I hope this gives you guys a really good idea of Conroe. Overall, like I said, it's its own town. It's a small East Texas town that's booming, and it's got tons of potential, but it's still very affordable. It's got a revitalized downtown area with really cool restaurants going in. And it's simple. It's easy to navigate. Like I said, there's one big circle around it with the loop. And you're about 3 hours from Dallas from here. You're about 2.5 hours from Austin. And you're about 45 minutes from Houston. And then if you zoom out just a little bit, you're about an hour and a half away from Galveston. And Galveston's a great weekend getaway. If you've got kids, you really don't want to be in the car more than an hour and a half. And so Galveston is an awesome spot. Take them down to the beach for the day, and then you're back home for dinner. So it really is doable. Highly recommend it. As far as flooding goes here in the Conroe area, I know people reach out to us, and that's one of their biggest questions is, does the area flood? Well, it's case by case. You do have the San Jacinto River that feeds out of Lake Conroe, and it heads east towards Humble. And so if you heard about Hurricane Harvey, it was a big hurricane. But what they've done since Hurricane Harvey is they mitigate a lot of the flooding risk, because now they do seasonal lake lowering. So they lower the water levels of Lake Conroe towards the end of the summer as you get into August, September, as hurricane season's upon us. And what that does is it allows for the lake to fill back up when it rains instead of it already being topped out and flooding everything, which is what happened during Harvey. But if you're looking at homes online or you're starting your search to the area and you want to know what hasn't flooded, your best resource is really going to be to reach out to us. That way we can use the tools that we have as realtors to show you what has and hasn't flooded, because it really is case by case. And HAR, which is our local MLS here where you look for homes, they don't let you search as a consumer based on what's flooded and hasn't flooded. So you really need to work with somebody that knows the area really well. So if you are looking to move, reach out to us. We put out these videos. We spend our time doing this because we truly care about educating our clients so that they can end up in the best place for them. I personally, out of all of Houston, I call Conroe my home. And if you want to call it your home too, I would love that. But if it's not right for you, check out our other videos, learn about where you want to live, and then reach out to us. That way we can help you guys make that smooth move here to the Houston area. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was educational. And if you are looking to move to the area, reach out to us. It doesn't matter if it's tomorrow or you're already here looking at houses and other agents haven't been taking care of you. We are winning offers for our clients right now. And it is a competitive market here. You really want to work with somebody that knows the area super well, and knows the agents here, can get you into those listings quickly, and knows what offers to write up. You want somebody that has their finger on the pulse of the market here, and I promise you, that's us. That's our team. It's what we do every single day. So help us win a house for you here in the Conroe area. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell for notifications, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.